Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning. November 14, 2022. November 14, 2022. You know, some people, the greatest threat we'll get in the world all over. Now, misinformation and disinformation. But imagine America, when America, like today, we see say no more. The Republican, the misinformation and disinformation, and all work again. These midterm elections where America just gets so. For pick leaders them across the country, for the parliaments them, for Congress, all of them one in the. We see the way American people and turn out. They say, when they accept this lie again, when they lie say election was rigged and this and that, then turn out they vote against the Republicans. Them haywire, But misinformation and disinformation now Africa and Salon is the biggest threat we face. We'll get for stand up against them. You see, Salon people, when something wrong is wrong from the get go. Now left this with the cooks, with they make like hypocrites. They can't lie for people like say, hey, in the name of peace and this and that, and all that nonsense. What is wrong is wrong. What is wrong is wrong from the foundation, from the get-go. Where wrong is wrong, no accept them. Salon people, before I even go now, I'll not forget this one. I want to remind you now. See, they make 3 months where they assassinate Evangelist Samson. Cold-blooded. Come the coach, just remind me. Free-blooded. Cold-blooded, they assassinated him 3 months ago. Today make 3 months. We're not forgetting here. We remind you now. This man was assassinated. He was assassinated cold-blooded because he exercised his rights. Where the Constitution give him, say he get rights to free speech, he get rights for associates, he get rights for assembly, he get rights. Well, we don't say this man will even protest. But this man was assassinated cold-blooded. Today make 3 months when they kill him. You see, Salon people, there is 221 days left to elections. 221 days now left to elections. Time not there again. The ruling official be make a very clear say the APC party gets 60 days. From the day when the ruling they mature and the rulings they don't mature November 1st. From that day to December 31, at least that's 60 days. Some people will run go on January. Now the turn again for begin run for conduct lower level elections. February. March, they're telling them for the focus now for sell with candidates. But we don't want the pandemic, and then where it be say election don't reach near. January, we not for the talk again about lower level elections or conventions. If January by I for B, we for the campaign now for the next president of that country, where we not say not to any other person than Dr. Samora Kamara by God in power. We see all the like case where they go on against them and all that stuff they did. But you see, some people, this misinformation, this is disinformation. When we carry out, we talk them back. When we tell them, say, Alfred Peter Conte, this guy, now go back to history. You see, the world only live history, now a big part of our life. And we can play Honorable Abdul Kagbo in audio, where he talk. Very, very sensible, very, very intelligent. We can play. But you see, some people, the Jews them, if you look now in America, they're gonna quick example. There is an artist where they call Kanye West. Now man sing music, he get money. Now be billionaire a few weeks ago, but now millionaire, not billionaire again. Well, it no matter because millionaire or billionaire all are the same, and they all live the good life. But Kanye West, he talk against the Jews. He go on Twitter, he go tweet say DEFCON on the Jews. Why awake? He saying they sleep right now, but why awake? And they go DEFCON on the Jews them. When I know to make Jews not they play with anything and they Jews they don't play with them talking and they that because their history that they go back they look. They remember how Adolf Hitler, the Nazis, they beat them in Germany, the Holocaust, where over 6 million Jews lost their life. Then they put them in concentration camps. They kill them, their woman and they rape them, then pick them and they lay them so they take block their weapon on the head. Similar to what you rebel and do in a salon, when they preach men woman and belly, then they cut people head, cut people hand. But you see some people in history, the Jews they know say that history there will be happen. If they allow them, they sit them, it go happen back. When I saw Alfred Peter Conte, when I hear what's in the guy talk. When we can't have political party nonsense. We don't remember what they don't talk about on social media, they give small money for them to go talk all kind of foolishness. When we can't have, we think, we talk, we analyze the issues for una. If all this thing we talk at we call out Alfred Peter Conte, but I saw this man say. This man say, they say this man get case, this man get case, they lie about people, this man get case, this man get. I will tell when I say this man, now Dr. Samora Kamara they go against. Who that they put case pan? Who that SLPV put case pan? Not to Kalfana Mara, not to go pulling them so that the COI. Samsumana get case. Everybody will contest within the APC for flag bearer. They get case. JFK, he get case. All of these people get case. They react for Peter Conte. We go tell us, say this man, he work with the government accordingly with the SLPP, because again, you get the faction of Alfred Peter Conte. Now rebel them. They kind of overthrow Pius and them. They overthrow former President Nkrumah. They overthrow the constituency chairman and chairwoman them. They overthrow the elected executive of the APC party. We tell us Alfred Peter Conte is a faction of the SLPP. They work for SLPP. We tell them in there. We say that Dr. Samora Kamara, they go after. I do a video, I put them together, I line them up, I send them out there. They like it today, Alfred Peter Conte, don't tumble down at all. I hear people them all over. Some one in England, one in America, one in Japan. Hey, Ibrahim, no for put that video there. History. Salon people them. History is very important. By any way they do, you don't go check back. Cashbox the last year, give an example. And come to tell people's power. I say when you go to a doctor, if na new doctor where you go see for the first time, the first thing we want for know now you history, now you medical record, you medical history. Because for them to understand what they do you now, and want to see what happened in the past. When you go to a doctor for the first time, if the doctor not ask for history, come out to that doctor day, run from that doctor day. Now Pepe doctor.
Like when they talk so about medical history, you know, like picking them in this country, you know, like the little man be due like one of a vaccination.
Exactly.
Right?
Thank you.
So they get one thing that they call like the red book. Picking the always born there, they get one in the red book. In other words, that they show you all the backlinks the way they don't say like they making sure that the immunization is up to date and all that in the day.
Right.
I go there because unfortunately like it was left behind, you know, like at the time we like the whole you know, separation and stuff they happen, right? So like the lady just kind of like what did you do? And say, okay, you know what, I need for they're not able to gear the like they're not able to gear the backlinks. They say, okay, the need for can go check the previous doctor, then I go check a record, then like
absolutely
article they back on Friday before they go gear.
Yes.
Again, Ibrahim, the reason for this, why can I talk about this? Because like we love to give example. We didn't sit down and guess or say, oh, Alfred Peter Conte, oh, you know, Gladys. No, we kind of like the base any decision we take. Ibrahim, even like when we can talk about the economy. When we can talk about say, oh, like oil price not supposed to be like this so. Take them be there during the Pakaba and the scope and say like oil be there only $40 per barrel, but at the time and the scope maybe they sell at 3,700. Then we ask the question, say, when I go ask SLPP, why are the scope sell at 3,700? But every day pass how we get right now. Well, history teaches us how to go like in the future, Ibrahim.
No,
so, you know.
No, Kashi, to that point where you say so. Go ahead, comrade.
And number two, now we look at how SLPP then campaign message on the past.
Thank you.
You know, Ibrahim, now from the past you get a better present. Now they think about the future.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know they will live for make a better future without go back. Who say come to me could call Albert Maga in 1964. Why we could talk about the Criminal Libel Law Act in 1965? But we could talk about Ali Kabale where they called 1991. Why we talk about President Nkrumah? We see it makes alone the name as one of the fastest growing economy.
Thank you.
All that I tell you say now the past now in they make a better future.
Absolutely.
But you know, as long as you talk about the past, when I put a disadvantage, that's the problem. And we know they come for how looks about the advantage. You look at the bigger picture. We not see that you. We know they talk more of partisan. We talk. Let me tell you something, Ibrahim. What they call partisan, or they call former President Nkrumah. Not to say we will let them there forever. Not to say we build them. We just let them follow post. Let them see the angle of what we the talk say.
Thank you.
This man, not to just this executive aim. He can't kill this APC party.
Thank you.
We see in plan. You don't go according to plan. So not to like one and day or not to no. We don't talk for build them. We just be for open the eyes. But the two be not see say, hey, in one phase of in discussion, we be say we go say that EYB. They say na binary. Either 0 or 1. They don't succeed panande. The next one out there, the party in the scatter. Oh, we don't commit crime. Today they told me not talk about. We problem they say no, that man na PC one na this na in with the person now. Now they not say. You see, it's never too late than he says it's better too late than never. Ibrahim, but sometimes that statement we knocked into leg.
No,
because on late they destroy so many things.
Oh yes. You know,
so when they say it's better to late than never, but when I don't say the you know can kill that so many people be act. That is the APC. 6 months ago, we talk this year before 8 months ago, talk this year. Then the film acting and they so to the see. Now they see after Peter Conte, we don't see this or show them say, okay, when I not see that, look this video. When I look at this angle,
they went until they kill people.
Right.
Trust me, if Evangelist Samson, if the APC was a formidable force, Evangelist Samson would not have died. And if even they kill and they kill and so, they're not going to be paying out like proper. Because the APC as a political party, the parents and then the way you know, there is no way they go sit down and beg Evangelist Samson. So if APC began as a formidable force, where the party have been in control, and we don't suppose when they bail party, they didn't bail posse. I don't even want to be there. But no, the time they kill Evangelist Samson was it not the very Peter Conte when they say, "Oh, accept them." Now the naive someone go back begin criticize the APC and even call say the part of the APC they're part of this in fact they even use the word back terrorist them.
Exactly. Evangelist Samson support this Alfred Peter Conte, Bobo. Tell the like they look outside end. You see some people they can't talk to una and then tell una. Let nobody no come again and tell una say when something wrong they say accept us. So no accept them even a yours when begin do bad and then you stop her immediately. Now begin cooks that begin they tell her for say hey where you do bad let no say do bad. There should be consequences for the action. Some people they will tell you about this Alfred Peter Conte guy. They like today the APC. I have to say kudos to every member of parliament who show up here now. But they wonder why certain members of parliament not show up on that meeting later today. But they continue to expose themselves. We don't talk to now, we tell say then why you not mean well. Some of these members of parliament who get they are leaders of this parliament. They don't need this parliament 10-15 years. They don't get the interest of the party again, but they don't understand how they go. But you see some people thanks to Honorable Lalukagbo and every other member of parliament will show up. And thanks to the student them, when keep the momentum going. When I that party office there every time, every day. When I take them by shift. When I make sure they don't vacate that party office across the country. When I occupy a party office them. And come the they say again, the APC now for organized
Ibrahim, Ibrahim, no hide some things. One of the things we be very disappointed at, I will say now, if I buy anybody's statement and that, I buy the leader of the opposition. His statement to Honorable Chekoko.
Thank you.
You know, in position, I don't know if Chekoko understand how powerful it is, or how powerful the position they for let be leader of the opposition for APC, one of the oldest party in Africa, and the biggest political party in Asalo with the large membership. Ibrahim, if he Honorable Cheko in just 5 minutes sincerity statements been done, you then call everybody, say for like Almango is passed, and then they would have known this and then let them go. Then go make statements. What about you? We indeed at the position as the leader of the position of parliament. And not in the episode today that affects the APC party. And if it affects the APC party, that affects each and every one of we, each and every member, it affects Sierra Leone. So if people then go talk to Ibrahim, to be very honest, and let's be very honest in this thing. In our policy, if you not go safe or no MP no go in go, they represent all the members of parliament. Abukabo then they go in the capacity of the ITG and then in the secretary for the ITG, when they mind the secretariat. But Abukabo they talk in the capacity of the opposition leader. Jericho, if we make a statement as in the capacity as leader of the opposition. And what they go talk about so that affects the APC, that affects Sierra Leone. So seeing that in the will not say I make a statement. You know all the meetings we don't keep, not show up. To me, he gets a reason, but to me, not justifiable. No one go deep into that. But these are the honest truth. No one go deep into that. These are just the honest truth because in young persons and statement, it's very very much important. The all statement important, but it's statement very much important because for today, they're in the leader of the position. Ibrahim.
Comrade Kashi, People's Power, Salon people, you see, we can always say now when we call somebody in name now because he did in a position of relevance. Now we're in a position where important. Now we could call the name. Most salon people don't know who call the name them because we don't serve them. They're not in any position of relevance. Cherry Coco, there are a couple of things now. One, either you not respect the people of the APC as a political party. Two, is in connivance with the fringe element. It is connive with the fringe element of the APC as a political party. It is a possibility. And now for putting face now, and now for because of Torah, maybe I don't know what they plan, what SLPP they plan. Maybe this is unconstitutional for which they do so for stand up for take the political party back. Or it's hard to comprehend. But as the leader of the opposition, at a time like this, when the political party they go through what they go through, so this man for show up at that meeting, then at that party office day, for talk to the people, for encourage the people, then don't say there is hope. This is what happens when somebody don't become, you know, it don't done the power. It don't 15 years in parliament. It don't done. Cheriko cannot deserve for going in a parliament. I tell you this, and this is why these guys then they work for augment the PR system, because when they capture the party, when the goal of Alfred Peter Conte, now for capture the APC as a political party, then they go into a PR system, then begin pick the elite members of parliament them, because that's when the people not get say. But I can tell you this categorically clear: Cheriko cannot deserve for going to parliament again. It don't outlive in parliamentary effectiveness. It don't outlive in parliamentary efficacy. What would they call it? Efficacy of being a member of parliament. The effectiveness, the vitality, the vigor. You know what they look for. You know, it outlive them. It's not useful again at the APC as a political party, but the people of Salon not going to understand what they talk to. Now only a matter of time back, because Salon people get a late feeling. Like I say, come the coach and they catch feeling very, very late. But you know, Salon people will come back to this Alfred Peter Conte saga, because they like today, we want to tell everybody take away, don't stand up and understand, say APC belongs to the people. You see, Salon people are not Section 26 of the Constitution. No play with them. Section 26 very powerful. Now I go to the right for now associated assemble. You remember when can the UPK and the SLPP they go through the struggles? Now Section 26. Now in the SLPP they use so. President Kuruma, but the quick cash box they talk by a message over the weekend. President Kuruma began every opportunity for where and enter inside the SLPP that day. When I kill that bodyguard, he began every right for enter inside SLPP. Well, not to every right, but if you want for do if a politician, a person will not get no integrity. If you want for do it enter the SLPP, it destroy the SLPP. Because first of all, it arrest all man. We be involved for that killing day. Manabio, John Benjamin, all man. Na parema go to go see them. Now they go now tell the election done, but not do harm. Because again, the political party they sort certain things out. They investigate the guy where chook. They claim individual responsibility. Now in kill individual responsibility, then go arrest them. Then detain them. What's happy when Manabio can power and not release her?
Remember, as Manabio council, he sent in fact they don't pull out of the country.
It is Germany. It is Germany. Now they send and go. Exactly. You know, some people them so this they tell they talk. What they can not to idleness, not to belful. We not to idiots them. We're not the kind of advocacy for fair way for bring anybody down. No, we speak on the fact. We speak on the reality. We see the history. We see it from Peter Conte. We hear what he talk. We know say this guy he can't fit them part there for nothing. Because we speak as a fit. But they part there pa Kuruma be don't talk up. He say he want go, he tire. Now we know the same people in back up they say no, pa no go. I don't share all the video and they when they see him. When the party talk and former President Kuruma say, I want go. I don't tire, I want go. But not doing the right way. Not going to convention. APC they going to convention. Una remember that reminder again before bringing communication and cash box there. Una remember when Alfred Peter Conte they going to cut the NRM. This JFK has seen tweets by the way. JFK we are disappointed in people like una they chew from both sides of una mouth. JFK una they play safe, bruh. I see what you do for young people. You take up the cases and all that stuff. Then but my brother, that tweet where you tweet, where they talk about say the patience of the chairman don't thin. That's Alfred Peter Conte impatience. They don't patience, they don't thin now. By JFK, I know say that grassroots not they see them tweets and they don't understand what you mean. Well, we're not for going inside affect it for broke down the dong for them. But what will I tell you, bruh? Some of us they watch you now.
You're not talking about that because because I do not as you say, this not conflict. Whether in the time for say the chairman impatience don't thin or in the time for Warner. Again, it's supposed to use like punctuations and way for or make we understand whether it was referring to the chairman or if it actually kind of like they talk say we patient don't feel.
Well, Kashi,
there is no other. There's no way to do the balance for
Kashi. So, Kashi, to be honest with you,
Kashi,
when you look, first of all,
Kashi, when you look at the tweets, when you read them, it not make any way that Alfred Peter Conte now you talk about.
Absolutely.
Let me tell you something, Ibrahim.
No. Come wait, what trying to say? In the time for the statement, the last sentence, it said chairman ITGC patience has run out. So in other words, like, is it the patience of the chairman? Because according to this, the time will say certainly chairman impatient don't run
no,
out.
Kashi. Kashi.
But could it mean that for the time to tell the chairman?
Kashi, no, Kashi. I really give Jeff Care anyway for balance. The man na educated man, if I former attorney general, minister of justice, na lawyer. If you know exactly what they write, because then guys are deliberate for distress alone. This man, they write for Peter Conte support. These are the NRM supporters. Them. Kashi, you can't on platform. You can't campaign nobody. Hey, if you don't know about you, if you don't get that, just keep quiet.
Kashi, come in.
Just keep quiet. Don't talk nothing.
It is also
no, Kashi. If that man they understand something happening at APC, but better pass me and you too.
No, Kashi, comrade.
Right possible for see now. The APC party, the patient don't fail. That man is what's happening.
Comrade and Kashi, let me put some clarity to that tweet there. If not hearing me, somebody called me just now. We don't intercept me.
You see them, what's not put the people them? What's not put the people Ibrahim? You know they put the young people them. If they kill them people them, hold them people and they do so for don't challenge. If JFK not get mine for tweet and caution Peter Conte as somebody will be former to the general, they know the law. They even know how they do the twist and turn the ramp police in the wrong way.
Comrade, give me 1 second.
Today, whatever happened today, yeah.
Comrade, give me 1 second. La clear that in with Kashi, you know, with the tweet. You see, Kashi, when you read the tweets get context. Also, I begin. First of all, JFK as a lawyer, for like even recognize the press release from Bomne, that Bomne guy in press release, as a lawyer, first of all, is very disingenuous to himself as a lawyer and to the people of Sierra Leone for recognize Bomne in tweets, for even in press release, for even go to the extent where they tweet them, then they talk for say, they are not good on suspecting youth. Kashi, that is the context right there. So you know now say he is against the fact that people are even standing up against the chairman of the ITGC, where now Alfred Peter Conte. So they want the people and say the chairman of the ITGC impatience don't thin. So if you look underneath the
okay, Ibrahim, again, let me just spend 1 minute in this particular one, and this is the reason we make. For me, I'm going to defend them. I think now a place for can clear up, or if they play Colin, because according to them, they play like a very dodgy game with the people of APC. Let me look now. I understand what the guy was talking. The guy was saying, you know, first of all, let me read the full tweet. He said, I reach out to the APC members to exercise restraint as our belligerent party move towards convention. Yes, that again, you know what tell me say they move towards convention for 6 months, this guy don't hold on our back. Then he said disruptive behavior will edge us like further away from 2023 victory. Unfair to God, like on suspecting youth to misconduct and bring progress to naught. Then I say Chairman ITGC patience has thinned out. It could well be say, Mr. Chairman, because of all the things that I don't talk so above, patience don't thin out, you need for act quickly. Or it could well be say, oh, the chairman impatience don't thin out.
Okay. Kashi,
this is the reason
okay. Kashi, hold on.
Kashi.
Kashi, read the press release.
Read the press release. To this Twitter. Only to this Twitter. When Noise come up for this.
Thank you.
Now Kashi, that is anything. Do not look at the time. You not students here. Tomorrow party not ready for active too. A student only party ready for now. Okay, who said the category party? Now students here for begin support and for Peter Conte. Let me say in patient. This one now in patient. When I talk the same man not patient three. Now AP is not patient and for Peter Conte. GFK. These are people who they are holding part to ransom. They equally believe. They believe say the court for able to siphon someone on camera when they get edge. They not student Twitter until when they know they stand up. When they stand up.
I dispute that.
So if it's time I belong to this Twitter, 4 months ago, or for me say that thing, but it all the to this Twitter where the party
stand up.
They're nothing our nothing. Enough is enough for the stand up. Now I begin to catch about 6 months ago. This man on Twitter now they say they stop people for 2023. Now look at the guys, Cassie. When look at the how did they go? If see JFK then. If for be smart for pick the like where they part of it for smart for pick racism now because you not blatant anymore. Now so for smart for pick JFK then double standard. If you're not smart, they don't know the standard, but how they do. But when they look at the time, anything they do, like time they look, the time is the appropriate timing. When you do this Twitter, why you do this Twitter? Because it's supposed to before you person the talk self, we will begin ponder out to the think at the think, you analyze the time. Why you talk at this time? What are the reason? JFK is in tweet in support of our content. Not that this guy. Trust me, Ibrahim and Cashbox.
Absolutely. You know, Kashi, let's say something there. Kashi, read the tweet, the press release where JFK attached to the tweet. Why if a tweet, Bomna in tweet, why not tweet, if it be tweet, Honorable Abdul Kagbo in tweet, And for understand, say, when the translator for say, it is say, okay, it look like, say, the patience of the APC people, they thin out, oh. But he got with the PR of that Bomne. So what's in Bomne in press release? You just use this guy don't support? I want you look aside the Kashi. You got the press release with you?
Yeah, I do.
Read the press release of Bomne. Because now Bomne and press release, now they promote. Now in JFK, they push there. So it means the impatience don't thin for we. Now make Bomne go ahead and write that press release there when they come up from the ITGC chairman.
I totally agree. It could, but the only thing what they say, it could well be like what thing Bomne don't say, because it seems you tweet seem for the go towards that direction in support of like Bomne in what he say.
Thank you.
However, the line where the guy for go is the last sentence
Kashi.
of the tweet. Where it say chairman patience has run out or thinned out or so. It's a chairman ITGC patience has thinned out.
Right.
I am not like an English kind of like, you know, professor or whatever, right?
Right.
But I think what thing happened here, the guy play with people again, that's two ways you can, and I feel say if like I believe say the direct, like I say, the chairman impatient don't run out. However, like some I believe some if you don't use certain punctuations we don't kind of like get a clarity, we don't get clarity as to whose direction we in.
Kashi, now one great word.
Will be interpreted differently.
Kashi, actually,
Kashi, how this one now, this feature is either inside or the outside.
Yes.
Nobody can play with.
No.
Between the begin down to this is
no.
we talk so. No, we don't want that thing they get Kashi. For 4 years plus now the power.
Let's straight talk. Let's talk straight.
Man talk so they talk no. Now one know exactly who said they head. It's either you are with us or either against us.
A straight talk.
Tweet either against we. And anybody who they look now post the tweet cash box. If it's somebody you write something, somebody go tag you. It tweets based on what you write, like support of you. If you want to condemn you, it take a tweet, it condemn them.
Yes.
It make the condemnation of a tweet.
Yes.
But you see the man they want play with people and so that you go begin out how this man talks so because you really can't confuse to blame. There's salon business in more or you both pass back.
Yes.
Now anybody for so say it did.
Absolutely.
No, exactly the point where they fed truth because enemy within a danger part the enemy with outside.
And don't forget say
us.
And comrade and Kashi, not so belliger, this guy, but now part of the NRM them. This JFK now they all be a part of the NRM, the reform business, right? Yeah, so you see that they play that very safe game. So you got to be it is either in the JFK come out very clearly and talk about certain things when they talk within and tweet them, and not put them in like some nuance. And
that's what I'm driving at. Like,
right.
It's either this guy gets a responsibility. Like I totally agree. But however, it need to come now and clarify. If you don't clarify in tweets, it means like waiting will they say so or waiting will they say so. So tell me better I didn't defense. I understand, but waiting will they say so. If you don't clarify, then the chairman actually is guy for say the chairman is patient so on now.
Because Kashi, again, think about it, right? Why JFK as a lawyer they go promote a Bomne where in no say the Secretary General of any of these political parties that they get the authority and right. And Abdul Kagbo actually tweets at the same time get a PR where they even announced the meeting. And they talk about the meeting for O'Connor, the party office.
And why JFK as a lawyer,
right?
We know English, supposed for don't use certain punctuations and I have to make it this thing become clearer.
Now,
so we all,
one great word now in JFK before put in front of that chairman. If I don't say the chairman, we will not say it. Me now say it. Tell me point blank say the chairman in patience don't thin out because don't patience with say so now we say first.
Chairman ITGC, our patient
has thinned out. Exactly. But I not do them. And I not do them. It want for play in the middle. But again, you look now Alfred Peter Conte in your press release because Bomne now in favor of Alfred Peter Conte. Now in press release, now he promotes. Now he push out there. And not push out Honorable Abukagbo, because he no say if he be push him, everybody go see say Honorable Abukagbo don't call for a meeting at the APC party office. And that is what he promotes now. And then that line there where he makes so we already for now say okay, see JFK don't push the fact that Honorable Abukagbo don't call for a meeting. It means the patience of the APC people are thinned. So he play between the line for make smart span we. My brother, you cannot play smart because you tweet itself. It's very clear. It is very clear to the point say you are actually standing with the sides of the Alfred Peter contest. You're not on the side of the people of the APC party.
Ibrahim, it's very fine for go school. No matter what, we don't condemn people away to go school. But it will interpret.
Absolutely. So he gets a responsibility. But we're not saying for doing because we don't we look at we not go school. We not to lawyer them. We're not sabine law.
Yes.
You know, so we are just some piece of crap. JFK Attorney General. You don't work in a special court now. You know, but yeah, we don't we bo catch it. Come on, like go drive me taxi. But you know, so these are the kinds of people we'll get right. They are playing with the intelligence of our citizens. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
One.
You know, will not be. You know,
people, you know, the reason why the anger they be directed at politicians every day that is disrespect they get for the people of Sierra Leone. It's just like when you talk about Terry Coco, when come here they talk, say like at least Terry Coco for don't go. You know the confidence, the zeal where it go give people them, even within outside the constituents, where that in constituency where it go kind of like determined for make APC kind of like successful in this coming election. But the guy, he just sit up. Say, if you don't take Terry Coco go friend meeting, he go tell you, say, he go meet the UK ambassador, behind the scene. You know, Ibrahim, look, APC people, let we go back to Abdul Kago a message. Because we need for kind of like get people for determined for take their party back.
Absolutely. So let's play that message there. And comrade, and then you guys will come in. Let's play that Abdul Kago message.
National Secretary General of the All People's Congress.
Now this like go inside the motor car back, like use the speaker. I don't reach in a garage, I almost go exit anyway, but it's not go clarify. Like
if you want to play it for my
okay, Kashi, well see if you want for player because I almost get in the car.
No, actually like it's more clearer. You play on your side, that's fine.
Yeah,
on your side.
That connects back to the Bluetooth there real quick.
Okay.
Alright.
So I want to recognize the stakeholders, especially the former National Secretary General of the All People's Congress. And now we get enormous experience. And I want to thing for land, anybody where you want to work in your office, if you don't get a blessing, you go above. So I make sure say I go to them for a blessing and guidance. Because he gets enormous experience about the All People's Congress. So inside of the one they choke and they call them for their advice and for their guide. So I want to recognize the presence. I similarly want to recognize the presence of the former Black Bearer for the All People's Congress when a Dr. Marty Wilson Samoa Kamara. I recognize the presence. I recognize the presence of every other person here. Before I read the press statement, let's just say a few things. We Honorable Maram in the chair of the program. He talks say B2 be the cry now we meeting. I want to tell categorically clear, not to be to no more cry na ITGC meeting. Honorable Naimara, don't cry na ITGC. Honorable Alphaba, lawyer Alphaba, instead don't cry na ITGC meeting. Honorable AKK, don't cry na ITGC meeting. Me, na person way, for let me ask one be very difficult. Me ask not the one. But me ask, you don't want inside ITGC meeting. This don't show the extent to which we don't patient, the extent to which we don't care, the extent to which we don't reserve every anger. But if we continue for patience, we will run out of time. APC need lower level election as soon as possible. APC need convention as soon as possible. So we know capacity for exercise any patience again. Then we no can exercise patience at the expense of the All People's Congress in contest 2023 election. So now when we move, anybody who wants to stop with, we go in our contest.
Powerful. Now this, Honorable Abdul Kago actually come una kai Saibra. Honorable Kago make it very clear that this will talk all these years. Go ahead, comrade Kashi.
You know, Ibrahim, when somebody is in like we say, nobody name if do good things. But when they do something for love, we'll talk about that. And we don't see consistently on the Bukabo don't do extremely well for this past 6 months. Because consistently, you don't challenge after Peter Conte and the thing the way they do. Press list upon press list, counter press list, and we don't say in the consistent manner. Go to radio, go to television, do write-ups them, kind of different platform there. They talk about Peter Conte, who say, you know, who be on the contract, who don't see all this why. But this is statement we do this press list, I think. If any other person, APC person, no, you're nothing again, they need to hear it again. At least, you don't make it clear, say, who say the patient, they don't do everything humanly possible for Lai and for Peter Conte think APC. We don't tell the people long time ago, Ibrahim, nobody know they get in also you don't bill and I suffer for bill. You don't put glass window, you go to the street, it begins to stone the also you bill. It's not possible. No matter how you vex, it is destroy goes. And for Peter Conte, for when they start to say, hey, this how they say to APC. This is somebody they use for how APC so that we will be distracted. Time bit APC, like how time lip between so small. If not because APC the membership, they get formidable membership, they get formidable followership. Even I mean, any party after Peter Conte don't kill them. Now because God make APC the grassroots, the members, the followers, they are very formidable. They stand with the party. I mean, take this party to survive under this difficult time. Ibrahim, this time of APC, it pass the MPRC era. It pass any other era. Because then the APC be united as a family, we don't get backstabbers. Now within the APC, people know they want to for top flag by force. People want everybody they do a little way for stab the party. The only way save APC is the general membership. Where we say the followers them, the members and the supporters and sympathizers and they stand with the party up till date. After Peter Conte, he don't begin showing himself from where he can come from the NRM one. Where we go say in the challenge, that he don't show himself. We begin point them out. Begin point about this guy. We will not stop on him. We will not nap for challenge this guy. We will not nap this guy for holding to ransom. 2 years ago. Till now, how much more left for election? As every month. 30 days for Peter Conte single-handedly don't hold this party from 2019 to date. We not able to get executive. Talk less forget flag bearer. 7 months election. Let's have been going campaign all over president. Go all over now for going campaign. Thank you. We not get executive. Talk less not forget flag bearer. Because now only talk about flag bearer when I get an executive. They will see people looking for talk, wait for challenge. Then they keep quiet deliberately. They keep quiet. They need to talk. They will not play on politics. They don't want the part of that where they voice for be hard. For some reason, don't talk like they hear the voice. Able. Where they make this press conference, I will see all man they go. You know, the more the merrier. And look at a statement I just that say anybody who snap now before we will not ready for some back again. Anybody we don't can join we, meaning you do as a Peter Conte. Then I corrected if you don't can join the party now, meaning now I defend against the party. And that's how they identify them. So if you go tweet to, you go talk to one know who say you did. Abukabo's statement is just spot on. And I didn't tell the people for talk because you know for telling say you don't say the norms be as so much to tell me. Say the all long time IT meeting in the crap Peter Conte, for the party interest. Low go this way. The guy don't become so you know, if I don't know. Yeah, how did that was NF no day. Now so because after Peter Conte now under this term you go because you know see President Bill so improve if the ministers alone like after Peter Conte is like you don't meeting of the past. Like you're not beating of the past. Because if you see one person they can hold the whole over 3-4 million people, the whole salon pull to ransom, not to APC now. Because holding APC today don't care salon BN for over 20 years ago. If you hold APC, if it's otherwise man you don't damage this salon inside this 5 years. If they mistake again, salon not gonna be over 20 years. So holding people to ransom, if they work na salon, they go and cut your car, they get around 2 years. But that time defeat club. In time the year soon. So what a man we want die or we want like God want like it feel like Firauna. Because God will put a stone is naturally there. Deliberate action. The resident Jeff they go to their rubbish to them. People they go and support because of they want either do or die. If not the photo flag bearer, the photo flag bearer, we got normal for the top flag bearer 2018. They want to compete now this 2020 for knock people down so they will come up on a degree. Anybody get for knock a convention will go knock it down. But political which one for support and Peter Conte because we don't say the man has a case. The man has a case. He really makes so he talk. You see I'm cockiness. He has a case after this one come on the carpet because don't try all can way now.
And say that has the case no the work. Now it's okay. If the case no work, the party no go participate in an effective manner. Now they pass. Now they pass. The party this they're not turning back. They're not turning back. Let the world interfere. I've not talked long ago. I said there is no time early for challenge on constitutionality. There's no time late. Time early. That time early. Not lose this destruction. So because from challenging 2 years ago, we said there's no time early. So for don't cut and the long you go. Who don't have Peter Cut of guy work at the cut you car? The guy work at the cut you car. The interest APC office. No APC. Sometimes Papa say no contribute to APC. Sometimes Papa say no contribute to APC.
I swear to God.
APC. Yes. In Papa say no contribute to APC. Because anybody we busy people that suffer at APC, when an APC like me and this Ibrahim no matter what I did, we permit today. If me now me take APC in court from that day the one no say court one use for damage the party, but that did me pull up a court case. Because me now APC picking it don't say blood. In Papa we born to APC that day. Anybody come on APC family, you need the whole APC required for Peter to do so. Not be very easy. So they need to figure out in the after APC. The one of the biggest problem in APC that all man don't just rely on them misinformation on social media. They forget about the no get political strategy. We go look, we go read, figure out things. This man how did they so 2002 to 2005. We get so many court cases. All man at the APC picking. The court case went 205. We get convention 205. We massage them 2 years before get election. The APC win election. Full. This idiot in Papa from way checking from Iru to APC.
Comrade, la happy side. Comrade, la happy side is small. You see, comrade, I'm not the type because we all in Africa. You know, we grow up. We know say, you know, not to all man be able to forget our upbringing way. You know, where they at par. We know so we get a lot of slumps that country the way I'm not glad for. So already talk down on anybody, I know anybody feels so we talk down on anybody now, right? But when you take people like Alfred Peter Conte, who say grew up, now this place where they call Bombogia. Bombogia is a place where like a small slum between Tembetong and girls' school. There is now like where you connect between girls' school where you don't that girls' school community for go up Tembetong and call them Bombogia. This Alfred Peter Conte, you know, we all can go up go personal, but people like this way, like I talk and say, Papa, what's he contribute to APC? Mama, what's he contribute to APC? If anything, Alfred Peter Conte, you know, say why in brother self that they all but anyways, this guy, then mama they sell rest for you know Papa check his send them. You know, we get me scarce and all that stuff. Then we don't cry all of it down because somebody has to survive. People get for live a life anyways. But people like Alfred Peter Conte from nowhere. For common for can capture APC. When the people away they name themselves were synonymous to the APC as a political party, not the party nonsense they do. You know what I mean? So it's a shame for Salon people and for who get somebody like that.
Just like what you say,
humble background, right? Humble beginning. Because we all get humble beginning, right, Kashi? Humble beginnings. Yeah, it's a reality.
Yeah, exactly. You go get people in back inside where the APC they papa they
like
kind of like sponsor the people back inside APC, but still like in the fence. Sometimes if you go to G-Show, you get some people where go down and you say, oh, we papa they don't suffer behind this party. For instance, the Django Steven. It's self be the fight against the establishment or something like that, isn't it? I do not know the story.
Right. You know the different cash box. Django Steven is a papa and property. You know can go to court.
Yes.
Absolutely. You know, can go to court. Django Steven. When you say a papa na the property, a something APC na Bobby. You don't do all thing. You don't ever take APC to court for any reason. Say that you get the right. Now body type of somebody. This like what you talk about the edit way them, but later on when they don't say that the property, they're not gonna court. The SI Roman picking them then day. The second material picking them then day. The council content picking them day. The Bagale Master picking them day. The Bagale picking. You don't say they're going to court if it's no good if it's to answer. You don't say they're going to court. Then go talk. Then they need to go talk. They go tell why they go make so because sometimes they pin them. But then go get it for express their own anger and frustration with the right. But they don't ever hold APC to answer. Okay, we're going to court says okay now. People them knows that they get a name. Who said the whole APC court? They never do.
It go back to that in way you talk earlier. Who that they will not sweat, don't build a house. It take a common and do back. They go begin the stone the glass there for Boca. Who that's going to do that? You know, come there. Unfortunately, you get people in the social media within the APC way. Because let me tell you, comrade, APC don't divide it to the fact that they get the one the way they support the parliamentarian them, and we don't get against parliament. We just they call out the things them. The reason why I make SLPP get fed at today like today, Madam you go and campaign, you know, we boldly that country that because they've not be called out. It's now I make this mind for the campaign, this campaign. And knowing that the APC is so dysfunctional now, the parliamentarian that is supposed to stand out for make like that see they are coming to do. But Ibrahim, comrade, people's power. You don't see you get people like the social media. We go talk, say, you don't like APC, comrade creator, you don't like APC. For me, I care about APC because I care to make any country get opposition. Ibrahim, you care about APC. You're the first person, in fact, on this platform, when come and support Samura Kamara openly. You are the first. But yet still people let it go, talk rubbish, say, oh, this platform, like we don't like APC or we don't like Salon. Because then they try to play games with the minds of the people. Who not gonna look you, Ibrahim? You wake up in the morning. You wake up 5 o'clock.
If you already hate APC, like how we hate APC, let me hate APC. APC not for me ever struggle. Or like me, I hate APC to the extent that I left me can join APC.
Yes.
No, I left me for so I depend. Now I can't join APC. Don't forget about the lock step now. Me, I hate APC to the extent that I left me go at the path. We are getting respect. I can't join APC in opposition. Then I'm not happy I begin to defend the party. You hate APC to the extent that you mad that you go for appeal a last effort to you. Ibrahim hate APC to the extent that he can support someone publicly. If you almost hate APC, like how hate APC so if you don't fight for APC, at least we hate APC, but don't put to life for APC. You elect APC, you don't get man talk a single word.
It's dangerous to get like society where like they be misinformed, Ibrahim and Comrade. And I tell you, it is very, very dangerous. People in the salon, they don't say a vacuum. The vacuum says salon people have not they do research. Salon people have they're all kind of like exposed to certain things where they go around within the vicinity. They know that. Mm-hmm. So that they look for that vacuum, that space there, and then they penetrate the people and then they kind of like they misinform the people.
Exactly.
Look like what's in the apple. Like this Alfred Peter concept, Ibrahim. Let me go back. Forget about Alfred Peter concept for split second here. The guy when a lawyer, the guy when a judge, they don't sue like Alfred Peter Conte for contempt of court. This is not a clear plan. This not you didn't know say something that go on between the government and Alfred Peter Conte. Ibrahim, again, the lawyer where Fisher did to the APC for make them remand the legal affairs. Who said the one kind of like mistake for me bring the come back the line, Ibrahim. This lawyer, he don't talk anything, he don't advise, he don't come out and say he don't advise Alfred Peter Conte, say Alfred Peter Conte they do the wrong thing.
Nope.
Or is it supporting Alfred Peter Conte?
You see?
Because I think maybe September we don't see a statement from him, we don't let it in. But again, even the press conference where they get, this lawyer he go there and talk say Alfred Peter Conte they do the according to, as far as in concerned, Alfred Peter Conte they do the wrong thing.
No
you don't
statement.
tell me that.
No statement.
And remember, some people need to understand this lawyer that a partner with Terry Coco in law firm. People should not forget about this. And this not to say we try to call Terry Coco a name, panting them, or try to indict them in anything. But the fact that the connection we need for the pull out the connection there. This guy don't ever advise the entire 21-man committee or the 14-man or the 12-man at the ITGC for telling them say Alfred Peter Conte they miswrote. We don't get the guy story there. To me, I haven't seen one. Comrade Ibrahim People's Power. I don't know if I don't see one. But this guy supposed to don't advise the people, advise the APC people, give the people confidence and say, as far as in concerned, this is the reason why Fisher specifically say the person for don't get 20 years experience. Based on their experience, they don't can advise the people of APC and the ITGC say, ain't no for sure say Alfred Peter Conte they miswrote.
Kashi.
When you look at the Alfred Peter Conte, we said this. Yeah, I think you've been saying it over the last few weeks. Alfred Peter Conte, if you be genuinely be care about the APC political party, that very moment, like where they don't remove
the adoption,
the selection proposed to the constitution, Alfred Peter Conte for don't go inside his shell.
No.
Okay, let me say you want fight for Samura Kamara. Okay, let me hear you now say you first say okay, no, before the convention, like in fact they don't say inside the convention before they bend the flag bearer. Okay. Just bet for that for Sam Sumana come back to the party.
Right.
We don't care about all that political rubbish, that political stunt.
Exactly.
But let me say you fight for that. At least they bring Sam Sumana back before they pick flag bearer. That's why Sam Sumana would not say they pick and force before they include and force before they choose flag bearer. So in campaign and all that in the day. Why you can do one way say the ruling clearly say Sam Sumana the convention that they therefore go put them back inside the APC. People that you see them the one they fish and see them when they're injured in ruling. You know, and they listen to this lawyer. Ibrahim again, somebody where we forgive kudos to. And by the way, Lai Mara kudos, although is stupid, but I'll give kudos with the way he talk. But that lawyer guy, I don't know if you sabi him, the guy will talk on behalf of Parliament.
Yeah, he spoke well. That 9 minutes audio.
Yeah, very, very well. When he talk, said that they call, you know, Ibrahim, you know the other thing back when they asked me with Salon people, that the fact that every time then they talk about protest, they would emphasize on peaceful.
Right.
Waiting for make when I begin to justify say peaceful. Protest now, that's it, we're peaceful. Protest now, protest. Why not go begin to say, you know,
the cash box, the cash box, what happened? They don't know that is they know the reason why they protest that now frustration. Absolutely. And when people become frustrated, their reaction could not be peaceful. For any little provocation, it will not by violence. Nobody they grab all things sweet for them. It's like I will protest. Nobody grab if they need suppress or oppress, it's like I will protest. If everything peaceful, the people in the government respect the people their human rights. Not only they go protest cash box.
Exactly.
So protest for something they need to protest and frustration. And people not become frustrated to go protest. Somebody go provoke them for any little you go enough for in a violent way. So just talk about forget about say peaceful. Exactly. There is not peaceful in protest, cash box.
Exactly.
Take it or not. Even now, can go and make noise that peaceful. No, there's no peaceful. Then go protest and keep quiet. Then they keep quiet. They must frustrate the anger. So what is it called? Say peaceful.
Yeah, always they emphasize this word. But just for the, you know, look, I don't want to downplay the guy in his statements because he spoke well, Ibrahim. But the fact that like every time now, watch APC people no more. Anytime when they call for protest, we go call for peaceful. What do you make they emphasize on peaceful?
Exactly. A protest is a protest. Let's stay focused on the protest.
In the confines of the Constitution, for God's sake. You know, Ibrahim. And I saw I read one tweet by Bobby Wine where he advised Kenyans. He said if they not protect the Constitution will be too weak for protect them.
You mean Uganda?
Yes, Uganda. The Bobby Wine.
Yes.
If they advise Kenyans.
Okay. They advise Kenyans. Okay.
If they advise Kenyans, them say men protect their Constitution now because if they do not protect their Constitution now, the Constitution will become too weak to protect them.
You know what you do?
I love that tweet by that guy.
Yeah.
I love it. Because this is the thing. If you do not protect this Constitution now, by the time we get there, the Constitution would have become so weak.
And people lose trust and confidence in the Constitution itself, in the document.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely, Ibrahim. You see, that guy there, you know, them parliamentarian there. I say, when the guy they talk, I love the way the guy spoke. The only thing where kind of like make me at one, the way they say peaceful. For waiting, protest now, protest. Protest now, protest.
And most
beginning, you know, justify una, you know, just like where you know, Tunis, I don't know where you say, they go call it's Giga back P or whatever, peaceful or whatever, they begin to use the word now and all that.
Yes.
Protest now, protest.
Because you know why? We've never for understand and respect protest in a salon. You know, until we for respect and understand the essence of a protest, we never go anywhere. And Kashi, the sad thing, based on what you talk so too, and with Bobby Wine, very great guy in Uganda. Museveni, you know, say na hatch nemesis that one day. Na for pulling up power eventually one day. But you know, you see, salon people, when it comes to, you know, respecting the Constitution, this is why we tell members of Parliament is they want to stand up against unconstitutionality and illegality. Because when you don't, eventually, what they happen? People will begin lost faith in these documents. And when people lose faith in these documents, now they bring rebel war. Because every Sierra Leone say the Constitution for protect them against injustices where they're going through the court system. But look at what happened today. There is no justice for a lot of our brothers and sisters. Them protest, they hold placard, then go lock them in jail. Members of Parliament, I most often don't go visit these people in jail. I most often don't call on the international community. I most often don't take up on ourselves because we don't even need for the call the international community all the time. When I get the powers within and amongst for stop all this nonsense. The leader of the opposition, Cherikoko, these These are APC people when they arrest and they lock up so they and they sentence them to 2 year, 3 year jail. They want to go for votes because what the SLPP they do so, it is a strategic plan for make sure they cut off as much votes of the APC as possible because they know say all of them people already go lock up so they Ibrahim Kamara, Samura, Maria Tukagbo. These are all Northerners and people that would vote APC that are sympathizers of the APC as a political party. So then they lock them up for take away the democratic right away from them. Because when you look at the sentence, 1 year, 2 year, therefore they don't say this now with lock na APC go campulu now. That is what they're doing. But when members of parliament not stand up for protect the rights of these people, now they make get conflict in the country. We always talk about thing there say if you not protect the constitution now, tomorrow, to go to this day, if you feel saying a peace, because APC this day, we want peace, now peace, we want now, one peace, we want now. They don't lead the MPs and this political party to this point because people want for wait. People don't want to take action when they should take action immediately for stop the nonsense. So what happen? People they keep this hunger, people they keep this burning pain, and wait till they reach na vengeance, na revenge. And what's they happen in our country? We see what's happen now with the SLPP back in these past 4-5 years. I'm telling you, you don't go for stop people them. The day we power get for change, waiting get for happy, waiting get for the faith of some of the SLPP supporters them. Because waiting do now they be the points people them. Now they go call it this 90 this 90. You tell me say within a neighbor. I don't say you now you be going points people for SLPP. Tell me say where this power switch as the human being where you get small mortal man. You know they know what to do with power where you get time. Now I make you go for be very very careful and show restraints because waiting you tell me say that person go see not instead of not using your opportunity for take out that other person they will be doing that kind of a thing. We see me happen in Rwanda. Now then so it begins small people know they stand up for constitutionality. People know they stand up for what is right for protect the citizens them. Now they left Pante 4 months over 1 million people plus lost their life and the 1 million when they say over 1 million we die. But talk about the families that we left behind, the grieving mama and papa them and picking them and the brothers, cousins, nieces, nephews across the world. Think about the impact we get now the world like today. Now make we say Alfred Peter Conte, they don't be for tolerate them from the get-go. That ruling by Fisher was unconstitutional. No judge. This was not a criminal offense. The party not going to court for criminal case. There was no reason for the judge to go to that point to dissolve the executive. That case they today at the turn of this, and I'm standing on that premise. Now take that case in any international court. The Judge Fisher not be get no right for dissolve the executive of APC, and APC should not have accepted it. APC not before accept that ruling there under no circumstances. Payansane in your wisdom as the older man, and also say pa they see the way they see that young boy go team up in our city. That's what I can say. But I'm telling you, in this particular case, if only Payansane them be stand up and say no, this executive was legally voted for. This executive was legally constituted. It's an organ of the APC party. We are not going to accept this ruling.
It's laziness and cowardice. Now cause for make APC accept this thing.
Absolutely.
Because let me tell you, the thing is like the SLPP, like the APC. Imagine a whole political party they afraid like the other political party. Then they afraid them. Ibrahim, this now laziness. Seriously, I keep emphasizing on this. It is laziness. People and they say, "Oh, we don't get time." Now, so they preach like, "Oh, no, we accept. We don't get time." People and they talk, "Oh, like they were they talk say they don't like APC. Let we swear the one they don't get APC." Look what's in the apple delicate today, Ibrahim. And they tell you, if people could have stood up against this mess where Judge Fisher do so. First of all, the guy clearly tell people and say, "Oh, like before he pass a ruling, you clearly don't know say in objectivity don't be skewed straight away." He tell me that.
Absolutely.
And then the APC lawyers them stood in the court begging the guy for pass a ruling. Oh my days, Ibrahim. Every time I recall, I get like a reflection of waiting I've been in Yeri that day. It's like I make a vomit.
Kashi.
The lawyers them they beg Fisher for make a pass a ruling. When clearly if you don't show say the objectivity, don't be kind of like the
exactly. Kashi, people swear, you know, sir, personally not for stand up and accept that ruling there. You remember when the people like the Sylvia Blythe and the Alpha Kande, when they misbehave. We remember when Payansanebi say something along the line, when we adopt the constitution, we go take care of all them people there, we go discipline them. We remember when Alpha Kande go to one campaign, yes, we remember, wait no more. So you see, Payansane, APC people, where would they critically analyze these things? Because you get to evaluate everything where everybody. So me, I can collect the dots, and they see also and they see the play. I have for do the one no playbook for now, and the one no playbook line they go also right now.
Of course,
yes.
This thing is second. Imagine that lawyer the parliamentarian will speak on behalf of the MPs them at that conference. He talk and say, "Go, this thing here, it will only be 72 hours, where you maximum 72 hours for like the contempt of court.
Absolutely.
Now, 4 weeks in the council, Ibrahim, this Wednesday, I think 4 weeks since Fisher said, in fact, now that, remember, that day they beg Evangelist Samson.
Thank you.
That very day. Then they beg Evangelist Samson. Then we say, you know, we saw the plane, like what you can say, one of the Americans said.
Absolutely.
We have seen the plane, bro.
Absolutely. The plane was clear. The plane clear.
Evangelist Samson, if we just want to give APC sweets now. When they beg Evangelist Samson, they want bell APC.
Yes.
Now they make it come. Oh, they beg like I say, a vex by Alfred Peter Conte. All man begin a glad in the whole APC.
Yes.
The fish are not vex by Alfred Peter Conte.
Yes.
See, wait for if they say it pass ruling by in 2 days or so.
Yes.
Because like what's in a parliamentarian say, they say that you wait for take 72 hours.
Absolutely.
They are the lawmakers. They tell me that. Look now 4 weeks they cancel. Nobody they ask down.
But Kashi, comrade, people's power. The beautiful thing about all of this, Fisher in ruling be very clear. Say after the rulings mature, then get 60 days for conduct lower level elections. So the APC as a political party, not for sit and wait. All the district chairman them, chairwoman them, everybody, all they need for doing for inform the PPRC, because the PPRC chairman in statement to make it very clear for say the ITGC, of course, Alfred Peter Conte in faction and make sure say then derail the progress of APC. They want for kill more APC people, and the people at the poil, people they die of high blood pressure, people they die for poilat because of this APC party. And for one game people we come to the party and form a coup within the APC party and overthrow the executive of the APC as a political party. Disrespect former President Nkrumah and Payasane them for all the work they work all these years na the APC as a party. They like today Dr. Samara Kamadi and all kind of case param. Now again go back to that video where I do that video there because I mean I know the hypocrite. Alfred Peter Conte, everybody knows that Dr. Samara Kamadi they talk for that interview there. The guy has a case, he has a case. They are lying to the people. The guy has a case. We all know who that get case. Now I make what do that video there. I put Dr. Samuel Kamara in face. They let people and see and clear and say, now this man is go after.
How can you not see that? How can you not see that? Before that, when you do the video, it kind of like go back, play with people in mind. Because this guy know the people and way they deal with it. Abraham, the sad thing now where people they take advantage of salon people their weakness.
Absolutely.
I hate when somebody they take advantage of person in weakness. It just like when you see somebody kind of like deform, no they work out, then you go thief and then you run because you know say the person not able to run.
Absolutely.
Ibrahim, I hate that. I can die
Absolutely.
for protect that person there. I hate it. And that is exactly what's in even the politicians them and even like the stupid guy them that social media they use the people and weakness, then they use them against them. How you go see that guy talk about binary, they talk about like say 0 or 1, the parent they come out, they do one, they achieve them. They talk like I say the parent get case. You don't know say na Samura Kamara. When you put Samura Kamara there, this person come and play with the minds of people and begin to tell and say, no, why make it they go put Samura Kamara? It just want this Samura Kamara bad name no more. Are you stupid?
Then they see the case 30 day Enk Samura, the Enk case by the by next 30 day. We stand there, we protect this man for make sure say Dr.
Do you know why make certain things them has to be called out?
Absolutely.
Because if you not call them out, you go condone them.
Yes.
You know the reason why make we give them a tough time?
Yeah.
I believe say we give them a tough time because they know say we know the truth behind
Absolutely.
this. Like so certain things them you get for put them in but you need public opinion.
Absolutely.
So this is the reason why we they call them.
Absolutely.
Why we call Samura Kamara? We know say directly na Samura Kamara.
Of course.
That this
but
guy
because
now
the problem in salon, Kashi and comrade and people's power. The problem in salon, people are too hypocrite. They don't get balls. A lot of these guys, they don't get balls. They don't even get mind for calling and company out. And I'm telling you, for us to get a proper democracy, we have to be able to call ourselves out. Especially when we play within the political. None of these salon people when I get a responsibility for ask them. You get for call posse name out. Not make hypocrites. Call the posse if not the posse you they talk. If you're not a man, if you believe what you they talk. Until then get to that point, nothing is going to change. But I go tell you, say if you call your name, it go him you, it go get bad plan for you, then go tie against you. If you especially then lawyer them. If you attack the lawyer there, then the gang for you, then they wait to it, then the fan way which you get kissed somebody and campaign.
Ibrahim, calling the names. Look, this guy they call people the name left and right. It is just because it was you, it was the platform, was trying to direct at the platform.
No, they talk about Alfred Peter Conte, Kashi. Alfred Peter Conte now they talk about we you know even call Samurai name, right? You know,
exactly.
You don't get the confidence,
Exactly.
you don't get the balls for talk about then kind of thing. They for call people in
yeah,
name.
I agree. But this guy, imagine this guy they tell we say how Aneskoma. Adebayo, in fact, me and the call posse in the minute to coward. Like he said, Adebayo they talk say how Aneskoma and Yansane they work closely with Alfred Peter Conte.
Hey God.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Just because Like, you pull out the video. We were talking about APC not to accept this. So it just didn't say in the camp and play calling game with saloon people in mind. Look, Ibrahim, I tell you, come here. I know say we don't want to talk about this. But let me tell you, if they come back and kind of like come full saloon people and back, if they come with a Connie one serviceman talk to them for come full saloon people and back, and it's guarantee you wait some when people they share this audio now.
Kashi, them boku, Kashi. Them boku we talk, them boku we be talking and they against we. Them boku, you know what I mean? But in the land now, you know, so Kashi, the responsibility left to salon people. I remember then the all kind of audio they come out. You remember one day all in London where he can't make for audio force. Now I go back, he say no, you know, you make the audio again. You know, wait, Brian they do so wait, all time mix up and box up Kashi. So then talk boku, but I think they don't learn, you know. And so now moving forward, you see Kashi, when people buck their foot, they could come the coach and say, not to say you go for a look. Now, also you buck your foot. So with the watch them now for see what in salon people and go say again. If anybody can tell all the other lie message, say hey when you know then we don't say cooks no more. Let if you say let get the party, let take the party to convention. Me they tell now salon people and say if something wrong is wrong from the get go. No cooks nobody again. No ever tolerate them. Waiting wrong is wrong. Fisher in ruling was wrong. Alfred Peter Conte had no place for them to go dissolve the party. Waiting they're gonna court for now for pull the selection clause on the constitution after. When they adopt that constitution, that should have been the end of the case. But no, because then we get a further plan for take the party away from you, the people, we elect on executive, then go ahead and use the judiciary of President Bio and use Fisher, whether a mercenary, now a judge would then send camp for destroy APC and APC people, then use up with Alfred Peter Conte, where the SLPP they use as the agent.
The danger right there, that the fact that you know, I listened to this guy in old audio where they praise Alfred Peter Conte just because we were against it. You see, Ibrahim, never fight.
You talk about Alfred Peter Conte in audio? Huh? You talk about Alfred Peter Conte in video, in old video?
No. Audio like they talk, they praise Peter Conte. I'll never fight people out of
Kashi, exactly. Kashi left that one day. Let the salon people deal with that. Kashi, you know, Kashi, you're an intelligent man.
Me once I call things them by their name. Ibrahim, you know why I say this?
I got you.
Because when this guy come, they tell people like say, oh, like Alfred Peter Conte, you know, the guy has a case. Maybe they talk about as a case. He said no to Samura Kamai. They talk about how say Samura clean. Then he cuts the case. Then I cut. Ibrahim, you and I, we all know how dodgy with judiciary day.
Oh yeah.
To the extent that with man they tell we say the judiciary, the police cannot be trusted. Then this guy they tell we say, oh, the case then cause innocent Samura Kaba.
No, Samura Kaba. I mean that means it. I mean.
Yeah.
Case them. You know, let me tell you something, Kashi. You see, with the temple, say, hey, if we not be, let them Lord go no more. You see, we man see he married left hand in net. We net we could teacher you know somebody go out. Yes, we man like say married left hand in net. Net they come. Net Moscow. We net guy go know we could teacher was that go down here. Them go talk na social media. If the answer they can just know. You know the fight again. Net the beach, Kasi. Because at the end of the day, people they need listen for understand. Now like music, this music I bobo sweet. Corruption. That music they listen, not to understand. Because it is say many people enjoy the listen, the flow, but not happen Kashi or people in position and they not be comfortable at anything in the take. Then just why it is something they make the heart call for the day. Now later they go figure out say this will be the right thing. You know, they don't feel like we post for the you can fire yourself now, hence you hold the fire, hence you come out.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
Yeah.
But let's say if he post anybody is settled for less, now this junior. Meaning, you're not ready for big any better changes.
Absolutely.
Like condition not make you begin accept everything. No, if we're able time in time out 4 years, when I begin look now, we 4 years down the line, we're consistent in one thing. We focus on the government, focus on the we want to get an objective opposition.
Absolutely.
Because those the APC party that they can't take governance. We want to get a formidable opposition where they can. We know that like SLPP. I always give examples. See what me get bad salute today because when we get formidable opposition, they enjoy the lie. Lie, because they look who says already today. Now we go to put who they get checkmate saying what a formidable opposition where they will look at the problems and now you know the problem where they come, they get solutions for cancer. Hey, 4 years and it's be thief, they begin go take 1961. No. Anybody don't know the way you know get solution, no come.
Because the excuse of SLPP,
no,
let's for anybody again.
So,
now make we just focus on mother, focus on opposition. Say, one get to follow opposition for all that, so ready for countries alone. That's our point.
Comrade Kashi, the next time we bring Dr. Samara Kamara Kana the platform for Law and Talk, I think we'll go for asking that question there. Now, you get excuses that we get for can make, or you get solutions to the problems, the many problems we'll get in our country. Electricity, water, healthcare. Because we know say SLPP are lucky, we know say Marabi are lucky, but that is all good for set up a commission for looking into their activities. But Dr. Samara Kamara, whose plan you get? I think we'll get for bringing kind of the platform, the next interview, we'll do a live with them. Now the question I know for ask. So Dr. Samara Kamara, I've already. I think that is the question we'll get because we know say get solution. No, they ask you for the solution so because we know they can again 6 months to election. Waiting if you talk as if waiting is happy, they get no clue of what you talk about. But we know say you get a lot of visions if you become the president of that country by God in power next year, June 2024. June 24, 2023. By God in power. So these are some of the questions we're going to ask because solutions now they want now for the next leadership. 60 years of independence later, to God salon for be paradise under Dr. Samara Kamara. You know what I mean? That is the vision we'll forget. But some people who kind of social media, we're not going to understand, say there are boys, there are men. You get them, body. When a man, they can talk. When a man, we know what to talk. When they can talk foolish and nonsense, no more because one talk. But get them, body, no go no one guy and get over the gear, small.
How many research them you have to do?
Jesus.
You know how many research they do?
God,
you know how many research and people's power they do?
God.
We're not just even sit down no more. We will sit down like where you feel for talk, where you want to talk, sweet talk. Oh, tell me something I catch feeling.
Like it feeling, yeah.
Business.
Salon people now this na for una go learn. And so una say I hope say una remember all the old audio and now. Una remember I want to go back. But the fact una pull we audio the audio all what we do from after the ruling.
Tell we if not consistent.
Yes. Tell we if not get consistency. All we audio they will do after the ruling of Fisher, una pull all today, una can share. Usai would they would talk to low cooks as Peter content.
If inconsistent in life, you they remind me. Comrade Quetta, they remind me.
Absolutely.
If Comrade Quetta want be inconsistent, we they remind us say, Comrade, no,
yes.
That's so we did. You see, this is the joy back with me platform. You know,
yes.
I can go make me audio and talk stupid talk there. I believe in me stupid talk there.
Right.
Not necessarily means it right.
Right.
But now, yeah, we correct we say.
Absolutely.
Usai you start up. You know, Usai person begin the palaver and they will correct we say.
Exactly.
You know, we don't get come up live for person.
No, we're talking right there. Now they see how we conversate. Now this one for learn from Salon people. Una for learn from this kind of way we talk so. Two heads are better than one. Nobody no get monopoly over knowledge. Before I say now you no go school. You know start waiting research. You know start we put paper together self. Now you can tell we people always we come recruit at 28 years. 28 years come recruit is a military active military serviceman. Chief instructor, so it's 28 years.
Yeah, you can't tell her what you do.
You know that then Kashi, you know you want good because you don't want for insult other people and way you never sell cassette na treat, they pass up a dog, because I live in the same way for survive. But how can that bobo they can't tell me what you mean no? You sell cassette, and you sabi. When me can talk me talk what I don't me research and find out.
When you consider inside the old squeak, say and go today.
Anyway, comrade, salute people in
the land. We don't want. Look, we get rest, and people except when they sell cassette, Ibrahim. You know why? You get some clever,
intelligent.
System.
Exactly.
We don't be doctors them. We don't kind of like save lives in that country.
Now the system failed.
Kind of like big pilot. But the system not allow them to do that. So we don't disrespect them.
Not at all.
By any stretch of imagination.
Not at all.
But the fact that Ibrahim, we all could have been victim of circumstances.
Exactly.
But you know what it? Because we are lucky, this is the reason why we want to protect them. Those
Absolutely.
people, they're beginning supposed for kind of like, enjoy the fruit of the land, Ibrahim.
Thank you. Kashi.
That's what we're fighting.
Kashi, comrade, I need to tell nobody like me, I elect them, me Juman, them, me serviceman, I elect them one in the day. What be they tongue? Kashi, everything I give everybody, watch, shoes, clothes, when they count to me, bro.
And they are very clever people.
Clever. I gave me I take today the members of the other day. We say, but you know what, you anytime we get the money count no more. But okay, some of them watch the one with the Biden telling the tongue, then Versace, yeah, what oversee what see some of them watch and they say, yeah. Who said them where they pull it in there? Yeah.
Exactly.
Because they watch it in
clever people, very clever people.
Clever salon people. Some people are clever, but they don't allow themselves to be used by some idiot and miscreants in the society. We feel say it's a bit past people. Yes. Anyway, there would they go. Salon people, not judge, we're not going to be the judge, yeah. But APC party, the student unions, them, we thank on all district chairman them. We don't listen to nobody where they can talk nonsense. So Nobody not jump inside this party. This party then left, so I see this no more. Now we get this party, they party this party. Yeah. Who that we invite now? They invite. Una the people we get on the APC party. Una take over on a party. Now the time do so. Time no do on the Abuka go don't talk. Una go now ahead. Una write to PPRC. Una write the court. Una write the police for provide security. Because what they do, then they go and write counter letter them. So the police then go say, well, then they call. Then we're not going for do anything. No, that time they don't pass. The PPRC chairman don't make it clear, say the government no get there. So APC would they wait now for see let Fisher can interfere because Alfred Peter Conte when I know say tweet back, wait nobody no go supersede the judgment of the smart judge Adrian Fisher. When I know say tweet back.
I saw that.
Thank you.
I saw that stupid tweet. Yeah,
thank you.
I saw it.
You know what he do? Because again, it feels say, but you know say this one, the fact not done. The fact we just begin. The fact not done it for this way. We just begin, but at the end of the day, this one, I swear to God, they don't choke her. This one, I don't choke her. That's a scared man. That's a scared man. Una take una party. District chairman una begin conducting a lower level elections. Let November 15 or pass out. It don't be the 14. 15 and then the months not done so. Same not for day again. January now for focus all we energy now for make sure see Dr. Samuel come in case. Then pull on a court. Not going to conventions because it's a contested election day. Now next president. But we don't know what in tell more, but we know say we will bring and come back at the platform. We can talk about the next plans moving forward. And then so by tomorrow, Honorable Abuka himself will go plan for see if we go bring and come. They can tell we the updates of what's in the happen.
Yeah.
Come read and catch you close more.
I think we're done. I'm done, Ibrahim. The only thing we need to say, APC people, una fit in on it's about time una take up una party. Una get big, Ibrahim, the biggest chance we don't ever see opposition get na salon I don't see.
Oh yes.
APC.
Oh yes.
Everything.
Oh yes.
From this government, they're so lucky they get people in their social media where they try to do everything because when the parliamentarian they kind of like be oppressed and all that, we don't buy into that or anything. But yet still we get people in their social media. Ibrahim, you remind people of their constitutional rights. Come when you talk about the security, the right, foster, they're not for be shoot foster. You tell people about how the military they misuse and abuse, the tribalism inside the military and all that. Come on, we're all doing our part for God's sake. This is the biggest chance for making Salone be safe. Ibrahim, you know what in we don't expose Salone people and so no political party. If SLPP go, no political party they take people again for granted in that country.
Absolutely.
My biggest fear right now in Salone, if they condone Madabio, you know what every politician else, like they will feel say, let we just kind of like play dirty game no more. We will survive.
Exactly.
That's the danger.
That's the danger. I will not allow them. Salone people them. Will not be the judge, yeah? We don't left una.
And Ibrahim, for now, nobody. For now, get interest in finance. Like cash box.
Cash box.
For now, no, exactly. Before this time. Before this time, you want me say that money when they change. That money get for God probably as a loan now not city.
I tell you, come in.
So you see, people understand say everybody when they go they talk like social media, who they come from, forget rule for play, apart from just for talk for fun. 2 years ago, over 4 years ago, we say, hey, this money, it's everybody but this inflation. That's a different. They say, hey, what's that? This is so.
It's okay.
I do this today. It's okay, but
we just want play game now because I talk about Tuna. But anyway,
the fact. Kashi, the fact. Comrade, Kashi can watch TV, then they talk about something like iron ore. But boy, they snap by send for say hello. See this company. I tell you, but the vision is there. The vision is there. Kashi, that marine resources, that one will take over, bro. That first dollar, 2-3 dollar, and they will take over.
You don't say we talk about we as if
absolutely.
City,
agriculture, housing, and health.
Yeah. What else?
And the healthcare.
Absolutely.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah. But you know, so we're not going to talk too much because of the ideas. But any IB, some people don't know say now we are now get for use now acronym. We are. I remember acronym now just a way for breakdown. Some things they mean, you know, in a shorter form. I remember Kashi when I was agriculture.
The acronym like points away the lead for society.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, I remember one like agriculture, chemistry, or physics. Then they went and getting but good definition of definition. Like agriculture, particular one. There was one way I make an acronym for Agafafas Kavap.
Exactly.
I think it had to do with you know just to remember. So we remember Agafafa. So A, you know, say agriculture. You know, G. You know, just so you break and long. But anyways, don't know how up in school. But some people, bye bye. We'll talk to you later. I hope so that we'll go back and revisit this message and listen again. And when I go back and listen all messages them, when I put 2 and 3 together. But like I say again, when I release them with all audio them for what the Judge Fisher ruling come, let us see within 2 people that we patriotic to a country, wait it like where people not get ill motive, will not hit nobody, will not they come for attack anybody, will they come for talk the truth. When I go and listen a message and then when I go see. And then again the Kush Wahala. We still pay attention, we watch for see if the president gonna make a statement for declare a public emergency on the Kush crisis and the drug epidemic in our country. But anyways, I know people that we can't talk to now. When I keep the fire burning, when I stay at the party office them, when I maintain them, when I protect them, now when I party office system. Rights to assembly, rights to associate. Now when I write. Bye bye everybody.